All right, here's what's going to happen today. We're going to take my dad's 68 Firebird to Lamborghini for his very first road trip test drive probably in 30 years. I've never driven this car. My dad has never driven this car. It was so rusted out, there's no way you could have driven this car. We've got it now in pretty good sorts. It actually looks like a car again. Multicolored, but it looks like a car. But I'm waiting for him to get here, so I want to cover a few things that we've been kind of doing here behind the scenes. Last video, we were doing block sanding, showing you the do's and the don'ts, the ups and downs, the uglies and the greats and the bads. Get my little helper to help me out. Did this door, did a fantastic job with that, mind you. But one of the things I've stressed in the video that maybe you didn't pick up on, I don't do wet sanding. This has been all sanded to 600 grit sandpaper, ready to be painted with a metallic paint. I'm gonna give you the pros and cons of wet sanding. And again, it's like any cook cooking a recipe, you know. Your grandma makes macaroni and cheese different than my grandma. I bet you they both taste pretty good. Doesn't mean either one's right or wrong, just different. So I'm going to tell you how my recipe goes for wet sanding a car. I only wet sand when it comes to the final cut and buff. I don't like wet sanding at this stage because that stuff packs up in the nooks and crannies of the car. It's hard to clean out. It's just the dust. You can actually vacuum it out, blow it out, wipe it off, and it comes right up. So for me, it's less mess. And probably the biggest reason is spots like I did right here. I burned through the primer. Dadgummit, I did it again. So as soon as I've now exposed that area to bare metal and water, I have now created a spot that's going to potentially rust. I've seen it so many times when stripping these cars, you sand the layers of the paint off. Actually, before you sand, you see these little tiny bubbles. And as you sand the layers of the paint off, you can count tree rings, you know, 1, 2, 3. Then you get down to where the rust is at. That's what those little bubbles are, is rust. Someone did exactly what I did here, burned through the primer, probably doing their wet sanding stage, and decided to go ahead and just paint it. Nope. So I just don't introduce water at all for that reason. I'd rather just not. I hate rust. I've been fighting it. This whole car was so sadly rusted away, so I'm trying to prevent that. So that's just my little soapbox on why I don't wet sand. I can still get this thing perfectly smooth, sanded to 600 grit with guide coat. Everything comes out fine. So do what you want with that information. So in the meantime, I'm gonna clean up a little bit, get the battery hooked up here, maybe blow off some of the dust on the engine so we don't have a bunch of plastic burning under the hood, and get it started up. When it gets here, we're gonna go out there, just maybe around the block once, and come back and see how that worked out. Now here's what she looks like right now, all naked. Well, looking a whole lot better. Gotta touch up that spot, and any place that I burn through the bare metal is a must. I need to touch up a little bit of epoxy. Now, let's just save an area here where you really dug back into the body filler. You may just put a really light coat of epoxy on it just the same. Bare spot. You can see I'm just not the master at say block sanding, but I do know that this will bleed back through your paint job and it'll highlight it, and you will be deeply disappointed. So those areas need to be spot primed. So other than that, the rest of the car came out pretty sharp. As you can tell, all the body panels are bolted on where I intend them to be when it's all said and done. I need to take the fenders back off. I gotta spray the Raptor bed liner in the wheel wells front and rear, paint the inner wheel wells on the inside. Going to shoot the inside of the trunk deck. I have an interesting technique that I don't like tape lines. So what we're going to get into is painting this thing basically assembled, because it's a metallic color and I want it to be all nice and even. I'm going to stress that. But I have a way of doing that. What we're going to paint the car, the rocker panels and the door jamb, not the rear quarter panel door jamb, but the front and the inside of the door, inside of the trunk. You'll see. Don't forget to hang out with us and subscribe, see how that all works out. But I try to make it where there's no tape lines, and also make it where it's easier for me to paint here in a garage. That's what we're going to ultimately do. We're going to paint the old bird here in the garage. Hopefully, at least that's my goal. And then, okay, she's a little dusty under here. Not the worst you've ever seen, but I'm going to get some air here, blow some of the dirt off, especially the exhaust manifolds. I don't want that stuff burning off. It'll stink and stain it up. So let me get this all cleaned up. We'll go find the battery, stab it in there, tie it down somehow, some way. That way we can get this thing started back up. Well, Dad's here, car owner. We're going to go for a drive. But he decided he wanted to finish up so we don't blow the tape off, so we're going to go so fast. The square holes here at the back for the license plate. The tail panel does not come stamped. We had to drill the holes, but how do you drill a square hole? That's what we're doing right now. So that one looks pretty square. The driver's side here is still a round hole, so that's the secret. You start with just a round hole, and then you file it out. That's what he's working on. What do we got here?
Well, this was for the headlight, and John's already gone through this and restored this. but it has these plastic, nylon, or hard plastic type deal. And it's typical of a license plate mounting. And you have a square hole, and this is the original piece. It's one more original part, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess some original part. I'm just talking about body panels.
Anyway,
yeah.
You push the plastic thing into the hole. So the other day, I took the screw out and had to finagle and to get that to pop back out. But I measured this hole, and it's 3/8 square. So I said, okay, so I need a 3/8 square hole here for one of these plastic things to pop into. John located the holes. We had to do this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, this gets a rubber bumper, I guess, on this model, from what John was saying, to where the top of the license plate sits against it. But these had to become 3/8 square holes. So he had located where the holes went, and I drilled it with a 5/16 drill bit, because that's what size I found. But it needs to get enlarged to a 3/8 square. So I took the tape and put it on this panel while the plastic thing was removed, and cut the square hole with a razor blade, and I made 2 of them, and then I stuck them on there where the hole goes. So now I'm just filing them out. This is a little file, and there's room on the backside for the stroke. You see that? I didn't think there'd be that much room. I thought I'd be, but it's working great. So yeah, and so I've got, I think, this surface and this surface. I'm at the edge of the tape opening, so I was going to get the calipers just to be sure that I stopped at the right dimension, 3/8. If I don't get the 3/8, I think that plastic thing will go in.
Still snap in.
Kind of hard. It's those things are a hard plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's it.
Yeah, I want to get that tape off of there.
Yeah. If we don't blow it off, we're driving down the road. Here's something else I brought when you guys are doing my videos. Remember, if you all remember, I dumped what was left, or left what was left in this cup here. It's about, I don't know, about a 1/2 inch or so in the bottom. So let's call it 4 ounces. But what you don't see is a crack around the outside edge of that primer. It's actually sealed to the cup all the way around. And at a 1/2 inch thick, that didn't shrink, and it's been about 3 weeks now. So I would call that stuff exactly as advertised. Does not shrink. So anyway, I'm going to stab the battery in here. He's going to finish that up, and we'll see if she will start back up.
Down here like it is, those edges will rust if they're not painted. So
Well, that's why I want to punch all the holes prior to.
you want to get right. You want to get this done before you get to the last paint.
I believe we have met the requirements of nice square holes, but both of them are filed out now and measuring out.
Measuring out. See, I need a 3/8 hole, so that's 375. So there we are, 378.
Yeah.
So that'll be good, and I did this way too. And actually, I'm glad I did the measuring, because when I first filed it, and I thought I was at the tape, and I was still small by almost 20 thousandths, and I thought, wow. So here's the great review. Here we go.
Reveal,
The reel here. There we go.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Then I get covered with a piece of plastic and a license plate. Never see it again. Nonetheless, battery's in. I got the sandbag seat put into place. The steering wheel, or left-right selector, is technically not mounted. The nut's not on it there. So we just got to make sure we aren't using it as a handle. The shifter works, but don't have the button on it. That door doesn't latch. Tape the trunk deck shut. So I'll get the captain in the driver's seat and see if this thing will start up. Now we're going to go from there. I'm going to hold on to the camera here. That one doesn't have a latch yet. So if you're driving it, that door will swing open. Like I said, the steering wheel does not have a nut on it. So it'll pull off there. So that'd be an adventure.
So don't lean on it.
Yeah, it's not a handle, right?
Yeah.
You can move the sandbag back further if you want to.
Yeah, I might have to. I got.
Long legs. It's an adjustable sandbag, so it's fine.
Yeah, I can't pull the steering wheel off. So that's no good.
Well, the sandbag's got some mass to it. That's why I use it for a seat instead of a milk crate.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be weird not having it. I can't go on that. Lean back. Okay. Hey.
Okay. Well.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. There's no latch. So it's in park. Choke hasn't been set. Carburetor's probably all dried out.
Now I should set the choke.
Yeah, the carburetor's probably dried out though, so it's going to take some cranking. Yeah,
so this is in park.
It's in park. Yep.
Okay.
Well, it started. Sounds like the fan's hitting the shroud or something. battery cables in the fan.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's just barely touching here, so I want to move it. I heard something ringing. So.
Yeah, I can hear something. Right.
Okay, now give that a whirl. I bet you it sounds gooder. Yeah, much better. I let it warm up for a minute and it'll come off the fast idle. But it works. How's the brake pedal feel? I never bled it all the way out, so.
Oh, I think they're there.
Okay. I've never put it in gear on the ground, so you're the first one. Just be prepared to turn it off in case it goes sideways.
Yeah, it's not warmed up yet.
Well, it hasn't ran all winter, so. You can take that T-handle off if it makes it any better. It'll pull right off. That's reverse. Hey, it went backwards. Yeah, it just goes straight back. Or steer right just a little bit. There you go. Hold on a second. I got mine. It's going to be snug, but it'll go. Well, now does it go forward? I haven't tried that yet. It's running a little fat. We got some black smoke coming out of it, so. Did it go into gear?
I have a neutral, I think.
Okay. There it went, yep. Want to make sure it goes both directions. Okay. You got forward and reverse then.
Yep.
All right, well, you want to go, I guess, up the stop sign or driveway and come back. Worst case, I'll push you home.
It's weird not having a mirror here. I feel lost.
Yeah, well, you're good straight back. Just there's no alignment. The brakes are questionable. It's never been driven.
No, the brakes work.
Okay. He's got a raise. Hey, this is orphan now. They don't make pennies. Well, I guess hopefully he makes it back. This first time a car's ever been driven by anybody in this family. Last time it was on the road was probably 30 years ago. And fortunately, I'm in touch with that owner. So once we get it done, we're going to go for a victory lap with him too, just the same. But should be coming back on down the road here. You had me worried.
Well, I did have a... I don't have to hold my back.
Oh, okay.
So I pulled on the wheel and pulled it off.
Well, yeah, it's not connected. The left-right selector.
Yeah. So I had to
Okay, well, you're in gear. Go ahead and put it back in the driveway, and then we'll... Oh, well, that's all part of the fun. That sounds good. Well, you made it.
Yep.
Is it in park?
Yeah.
That works then? Hey, checkbox, park works.
Yeah, I can't. I fall back. I don't have.
There's no back support. Yeah, oh, I know. Hey, it's all part of the
My
fun.
muscles ain't used to that.
Now your bird is taking a sun bath out here. So
Sitting up this tight.
yeah, I could probably put the sandbag back further, but hey, I throwed it in there, so we were sandbagging.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it runs.
Yeah, it moves. It sounds okay.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Sports cars. How was that then? First drive in probably 30 years in this thing.
Yeah.
First drive ever for you.
Yeah.
Just don't slam the door. There's no latch. It just. I'm not oil nose until I paint it. No, not until it's painted. So.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, then I just put the wheel back on, and I couldn't because the wire had the
Oh.
wire through the hole. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to line the wire up, get the wheel back on so I could turn it again.
Yeah. Well, you don't need a left-right selector. You just go
Yeah.
fast. Well, it's moving fine. I was like, well, what happened? So I had to go for a walk.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. Well, it made it back. I'm going to work on, we got some odds and ends to tie up. I'm going to clean the floor in here, but it's a mess. This car has never drove out of the garage. We've got, obviously, sanding, dust, and dirt. I'm going to get this place cleaned up and ready for our, I guess, turn this thing into a paint booth. So, victory lap number 1
Yeah.
is done. Okay, there you go. As promised, took the Lamborghini up the road and back. As long as you don't pull on the steering wheel, things go pretty good. Small thing to be concerned with. Actually, there, back, brakes felt okay. Actually did pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the results. Got the garage cleaned up, swept the floor, blew all the dirt out. Got it set back in the garage here. Got it pulled away from the wall further than we normally do so I can go down that side of the car. So we're going to work on doing next is preparation for paint. But that's going to be a video for a different day. So I'm going to wrap it up for now. Probably find something to eat. Come back out here and play and grab the camera and hope to see you all then.